Hi, friends, and welcome back to the Positivity Keys podcast. I'm Laura Allen, and today we're going to talk about one of the most important and often one of the most hardest parts of any alignment journey, and that's letting go of what no longer fits. Not because it's broken, not because you've failed somehow, not because you're giving up, but because you've grown, because you're becoming somebody new. And you're going to have many seasons like this in your life because your life is shifting, even though you can't quite name it yet. And today we're going to slow down and we're going to talk about how to release what no longer aligns. Gently, compassionately, and with clarity. Letting go rarely shows up as a dramatic moment. More often it becomes and begins as a quiet whisper inside yourself. This feels heavier than it used to. This doesn't feel like me anymore. I'm holding on to something out of habit and not alignment. That's a big one. I've grown out of this version of myself. Your body often knows before your mind does. You might feel it in your energy, your emotions, your relationships, your routines. And it might show up as restlessness, tension, or a subtle sense that something is off. This is the moment where the thought key begins its work. It helps you notice the truth without judgment and without rushing in to fix it. So if you've been feeling a quiet heaviness somewhere in your life, that's not confusion, that's clarity. It's trying to get your attention. So here's the difference between letting go and giving up. A lot of us avoid letting go because it can feel like failure. But here's the truth. Letting go is not giving up. Letting go is choosing alignment over attachment. Giving up comes from fear, and letting go comes from truth. Giving up is about walking away from potential. Letting go is about walking toward your evolution. When something no longer feels aligned, staying attached doesn't make you feel it doesn't make you feel loyal. It makes you feel stuck. And that being stuck is a sign of misalignment, not devotion. Letting go isn't losing, it's creating space. It's making room and it's clearing your emotional and your energetic clutter. It's choosing the next version of yourself even before you fully understand who she is. So then why does letting go feel so hard? Letting go is emotional because it requires honesty. It invites you to say, this used to be right for me and now it's not. We struggle with this because we don't want to disappoint anyone. We don't want to disappoint ourselves, and we fear the discomfort of change. We don't want to face the unknown, and we feel guilty for outgrowing something. Especially we've built this identity around the old role or routines, but staying attached to something that you've outgrown, it creates emotional heaviness on yourself. And you feel it in your body, and you feel it in your energy, and you feel it in your day-to-day life. The feelings key guides this part of the journey. It helps you understand your emotional signals, not as problems, but as direction. When something feels heavy, it's asking to be released. When something feels peaceful, it's asking to be chosen. Your feelings, they're not obstacles. You're going to be your compass. And here's what you can begin to let go of. Letting go doesn't have to be super dramatic. Sometimes the things that we need to release are old expectations, outdated routines, identifying that what no longer relates to, responsibilities that we've outgrown, versions of ourselves that feel too small right now, relationships that don't support who we're becoming, fears that have shaped choices that no longer want to make. Taking a breath and asking yourself, what am I holding on to simply because it's familiar, not because it aligns? You're going to feel the answers before you think it. Let's talk about how to let go with gentle intention now. Letting go isn't a single moment, it's a process, and it begins with intention. Here's what that can look like. So acknowledge the truth. This no longer feels aligned. And then release the guilt. Hey, I'm allowed to evolve. And then create space emotionally or physically. That could mean changing your routine, shifting a boundary, or loosening your grip on old expectations. And then choose one small intention, not a big change, not an overnight shift, or not an overnight transformation. Just, I'm going to take one small step toward alignment today. This is going to activate the intention key, which is going to bring the clarity, choice, and direction into your letting go process. Letting go doesn't happen all at once. It happens in those quiet steps, one intention at a time, right? So what does letting go make room for? When you release what no longer aligns in yourself, and it's going to make space for clarity, peace, new opportunities, aligned relationships, purpose, relief, self-trust, a deeper connection with yourself. Letting go isn't the end of something, it's the beginning of alignment. It's the doorway into the season that you're meant to enter next. And as we close out November, we're going to prepare for December's alignment journey. This is the perfect place to pause. What is your life asking you to release so that you can step into what's next? If this episode resonated with you, I would love for you to join me in December as we begin a new monthly journey focused all on alignment, noticing what fits, what doesn't fit, how to build a life that reflects who you are becoming. And if you're ready for clarity right this moment, make sure you take that new quiz we have out. Have you outgrown the life you're living? It's going to be the perfect next step in your alignment journey. So thank you for being here. If you know somebody who needs this, send it along to them. Thanks for doing this work with me. I'm Laura Allen, and I'll see you in the next episode.